Hello everybody, welcome to the third Virtual Craft Festival. So today we are going to be doing another Shoshugi Ban bowl. So I've got a piece of ash mounted onto the lathe. Once again, I am going to ask for your assistance in picking the colours and the wax. So yeah, we'll have a bit of audience participation. I have my earworm with me, which is I'm going to let him introduce himself. I'm not going to do it for him.
Oh, don't do
So,
that.
do you want to introduce yourself?
Oh, I'm now shy.
I nearly said your name then.
I'm shy now.
I nearly said your name then.
So,
I'll let you
Dale
introduce
from
yourself.
Repertory Studios. I'm on a bit later in the day, 1 p.m, doing a bit of scroll saw. Other than that, I'm here to make sure that he gets into trouble. I mean, he keeps out of trouble. Sorry, got that the wrong way around.
Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go over to the lathe and we'll get this show on the road. So Dale, if you wouldn't mind reading out the
I'll let you know who's in.
The chat.
Cool. I'll let you know who's in. You have a Mr. Chris Cute. You have a Mr. Rubber Now. You have a Mr. Circular Keith by Wood. You have a Mr. Tommy's Workshop. You have a Mr. Scissor Repurposing. You have a Mr. Jupe Tons Wood. You have a Mr. Four King Owls. You have a Mr. J Wooden Things. You have a Mr. Wayne Bigfoot Woodcraft and Mr. Valerie. This is going to go wrong. You have a Mr. Robbo Robinson. You have a Mr. Mark, the Gentleman Woodturner. You have a Mr. Michael Iziopardi. Apologise if that's wrong. You have a Mr. Amy DeAngelis. You have a Mr. Lewis, the Klondike's Craftsman. You have a Mr. John S. You have a Mr. Ronnie Utibjo. Sorry, Ronnie. Mr. Ronnie. Ronnie. No, you have a Mr. E. Woodworking Workshop. You have a Mr. Andi Heath, a Mr. Sid's Repurposing, a Mr. Soren.
How you doing, everybody?
Oh, we're still going. Mr. IDR, Mr. Michael. Oh, we think we got Michael earlier. My apologies, Michael. With Mr. Barry's Wood Creations, with Mr. Blue Light Turner, with Mr. Ray Whitby, with Mr. Stacey Smith, who actually has Mr. in front of his name, and he's the only one.
How you doing, everybody? Right, so we're going to get the lathe going up quite fast now. So we're going about 1868 revs to be precise, which is the top speed on the second belt of the Coronet Herald. So let's start turning.
Since the last time we gave you an update. Oh, Mr. CG Hobbies is in.
Hello.
And Mr. Ray Whitby.
So do you want to, if anyone wants to know, there is a link in the description of my video for everybody that's on today.
Right after Jamie, we have the one and only Robbo Robinson. You can find his channel here.
Gotta love Robbo. I don't think Jay does, but I do. Right, let's get that tool rest a little bit closer.
Robbo only speaks to Jay with kindness and concern.
Oh, is that what you call it?
We have a Mr. Jean-Claude Barry from Real Simple Things.
Hello, Barry.
Folks, we have 16 amazing crafters today. I'm going to quickly read out who they are while Jamie's working. Jamie, just interrupt me when you need to. We have Jamie Page, Robert Robertson, Richard Morley, some fat Scottish bloke called Dale Kirkwood, Wayne Clasper, Heidi Jacobs, Annikas Kostas, Dan Rees, Scott Hampton, Cameron Porter, Scot Grant, Andi Heal. We have Villy, Braxton Wirthlin, and the one and only Mr. Carl Jacobson rounding off the day. Fantastic day. Try and catch as many as you can. Some amazing stuff coming today. It'll be worth a watch.
Yeah, without doubt. Yeah, some good people. Good people.
The young blue light turner, Mr. Scot Grant, is saying, I need to tidy up my workshop before I'm on at 8 p.m. so I can get out to the lathe. Lol.
Yeah, might be an idea, mate.
A question from Four King Owls.
Go on,
GP,
mate.
when and how often do you sharpen your cutters?
I don't ever sharpen them. It can be done, but I don't ever do it. The reason I don't ever do it is because the cutters are never ever the same. When you do it, I always rotate, and then once they're done with, I buy fresh cutters.
Rockin' Woodworks is in. Shout out to JP from Compton, USA.
Compton, so that's Earley. He actually lives in Miami, USA. But it almost feels like you're in Compton.
Question.
I went to visit Earley in 2017.
Question. Ray Whitby asks, what's the plan for this piece?
So the plans for this piece is I'm going to do, it's going to be like a shoshugi band, like I did on the last Virtual Craft Festival. And then you guys are hopefully going to help me pick the colours. And what I'll probably end up doing is I may just give it away on my Instagram. So yeah, I think I'll probably do that. Right, let's see if that's round at the top. Because if it's not, I need to take a little bit more off. Let's have a look. No, it needs a little bit more taken off.
Do you have an overhead cam, Jamie?
I do. Did you want me to change it?
Go on. Let people see the shape you're forming. Because this is a lovely clear camera compared to the others you've had.
Down cam, what one's that? That's that one. Okay. There we go. Is that good? Is that alright?
Awesome,
Yeah.
sir. Perfect. Much better quality. Fantastically clear this time. TJ Turning is in. Hi Terry,
Hello,
how are you?
TJ.
Young Dennis Beamish is in too. Oh wait a minute, that should be Mr. Terry from TJ Turning and Mr. Dennis from Dennis Beamish, and the one and only Mr. Wayne himself is in. He's in the workshop,
Hello,
but he's not tidying up.
Right. So I think that's probably the shape we're going to go for there. So it's time to clear up the bottom. So move the tailstock out of the way. So now we're going to take that there.
I'm right in saying you're using the mid-size EasyWood tool, the CI3.
So now I'm going to the CI4, which is the diamond one with it's the round diamond. So now I've got to go back to the tailstock, so you can see what I'm doing again.
Young Mike, the Midnight Joker, says, giving yourself a manicure with a bowl gouge, Wayne, in response to Wayne being in the workshop but not tidying up. Do we all think Wayne is secretly tidying up? Secretly?
Yeah, maybe.
I think he's secretly tidying up.
He's making all them toys for all the kids.
Is he?
I think so. I know he just delivers them, doesn't he?
Ho ho ho.
Ho ho ho.
That almost sounded like Green Giant there. But worrying.
He's selling sweet corn.
So this is the mid-size
This is the number 1 hollower.
This is the number 1 hollow you're on now.
Yeah, the CI5.
Cool.
This is the CI2, which is the square one.
I'm right in saying you use an Easy Wood chuck, don't you, Jimmy?
Yes, I do, yeah. So now what you want to do is you want to take this down so it sits on the edges of the actual rim.
Oh, sorry, being childish.
Half an hour. So there we go. So I don't know if I'm going to get in the way of this now. And you just want to undercut that a little bit so it follows the dovetails of the jaws. And actually, I think I may have the tool rest a little bit too high or too low. One of the two.
Young Wayne says, "No, Mike, I'm using the bobbin sander to give myself a manicure." Picture quality is really good, Jamie.
Nice.
I think it's always all those white walls. Always those white walls. Amazing roof. Amazing lights, and that. But the real reason, and this is a big thing. I think it's a cable that was run from the front of the house to where you are. I think is making this happen.
I think props to Dale, Scott, and Mr. Heal for that.
Mr. Heal for the cable. Mr. Heal for the cable. So if Andy's
I had nothing to do with that.
Well done, Mr. Heal, for delivering that cable.
Big kudos. Right, so what I'm going to quickly do is, with no pun intended, I'm going to blow down everything. Make me just put the half an hour. So you want to, obviously I can't do this outside because I can't take the cameras outside of me. But I'm going to quickly blow everything down and out of the way. Good, so we can't catch anything on fire.
Woohoo! Fire.
So now what we're going to do is get out the fire. I did ask Steve from SK Crafts to set fire to his bowl the other day. He weren't too happy that I suggested that. Mind you, he had just finished it.
I see, so, boy. Is that a funny?
I think so. Right. So what will be the best cam for this? Stick to this one?
Which one are you going to do? You don't have an angled tailstock, do you?
No. No. So let's just get this going.
You're going to burn this on the lathe?
Burn this on the lathe.
Oh, top down. Top down then.
Top down? Let's turn that off then. Top down, which will be the bottom one. So let's go with that. There we go. Is that camera moved? Or is it
the camera moved? Well, you've definitely moved. The camera's slightly lower if you want to lift it up a tiny bit towards you.
I can't lift it up, but I can.
Oh, there you go. That's as much square. That's much more square.
Right, there we go.
Square. Jamie square.
Right, so obviously this is to raise the grain and all that good stuff.
He is not back making creme brulee.
There we go. We've got poor Jaffa sitting at the sitting on the wall.
It's going to get toasted.
It is. If anyone doesn't know Jaffa, that's the shop mascot. I'll show him off in a minute. There's a reason he's called Jaffa is because of Dale's love of Jaffa cakes.
What?
And
getting into trouble.
we went to an Indian restaurant while we was at Yorkshire Grit HQ, and Dale, after me saying no many times, bought me
just ordered it.
A child's ice cream that came in a penguin thingamabob. Right, so there we go. That's raised the grain, I think, enough. Oh, No, turn it the wrong way around. Right, so there we go. So now let's just quickly show you Jaffa. So that's Jaffa. You see it? So the ice cream came in like that. I've just decapitated him. So he sits there and kind of watches what I'm up to. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to kind of try and cool this down a little bit, because otherwise it's going to burn my hands. Another quick tip for a compressor is when you're using hot glue, is compressor is good for cooling it down quick if you're impatient.
It's an interesting one. I might try that. Young Mr. Wayne of the Feeties says, he's in the workshop making a Secret Santa project. He's going to make a boomerang, so if they throw it away, it'll come back and hit them.
Right, so while I'm going to be sanding this back a little bit, right, let's quickly talk about the colours that you can choose. So let's the stains that we've got is we've got pink, we have amber, we have black. I don't think you want to put black over that, but yellow. We have cherry red. We have orange. We have brown. We have green. We have red and a variety of blues. What we got? We have. Is it for halo blue?
Put them into the camera? Could you bring them into the camera?
Yeah, of course, can.
Let folks see.
So let's change the camera to. What one is it? It tells the middle one.
Yep.
Right, so let's have a look. So we've got.
Before you do that, Mark the Gentleman Woodturner wants to say fire. Da, da, da.
Right, so we have. I've got to shake it up a bit. Right, so we've got pink. So it's. I don't know where you can see it.
Polaroid picture.
So you got pink, amber. Can't really see that through the bottle.
I'm going to go with red.
Let's forget black. So you got yellow.
Amber, cherry red, orange, cherry red, fade, cherry red,
cherry red.
Very popular.
Orange.
Orange
brown.
Gets a hit. So far, orange and cherry red and amber. You know.
Yeah. So it almost seems like you want to do a fiery kind of. Crimson red.
Oh, I'm a partial to the crimson red.
That's quite a bright red.
Vivid.
You got. I was going to for halo blue. I think we went for blue last time with purple. Then we've got royal blue, and we've got denim blue.
Cherry red. So popularity is between the two reds, with a hint of Ronnie suggesting gold embellishing wax.
So I've also got gold embellishing wax, but we've also got a red microcrystalline wax as well.
Oh, here.
So the two reds would go well with.
Bring the two reds back. Let folks see it.
So let's get the reds. So we've got crimson red, and so the crimson red is definitely a lot brighter than the cherry red.
What do we think? Cherry or crimson? Now we see. Cherries is on the right.
Cherries
on the left.
Cherry's a bit darker, and well, you can kind of guess. But crimson red is a lot brighter. And then obviously I've got the. Let me just open up this so you can have a look.
Malcolm saying purple and gold.
Let's have a look. So then you got the red microcrystalline wax. Is it? Cool. Oh, can you see that? There you go.
Pretty cool. People want it red, so we know that. There's a few people suggesting purple and gold or gold. But cherry. Most people are saying cherry. I'm going to go. Crimson says Chris Cute, so I'm kind of with Chris Cute on this one. I was about to say, but your call, mate. Most people say cherry. Most people are saying cherry.
Right.
Me and Chris are in the minority.
Right. Okay. Right. So let's take that back to Let's do a 180 on that. So we don't want to take it back too much. Actually, let's do a 240 because we don't want to take it back too much.
Dennis is agreeing. Getting a recount here for Crimson, but not by much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody would think there was hope, but I think we're done. Cherry was definitely the winner.
Okie dokie. So cherry with what, a red microcrystalline wax?
Suggesting red microcrystalline or gold seems to be the two colours that were coming up. In terms of the wax, folks, red wax or gold wax or purple wax?
Yeah, I've got a purple. So do you want me to go off, round off the waxes?
Oh, yeah, sure. Well, let's wrap this and then see where you're at.
All right, mate. We'll get the stain on first, and then we'll go through the waxes.
Because you're 20 minutes past the hour, so you've got plenty of time.
Okay. If we manage to get this done in time, then I'll see if we can do a speed change, and hopefully this one will stay on the lathe.
Young Jay is saying gold wax. Mr. Cute saying gold. That's kind of building up into it's almost Barry saying gold. Circular wood by Keith. I got that wrong. Sorry, Keith. Circular Keith by Wood. Saying gold wax. Previously on Jamie Page's channel, other people said gold wax, and I've got to say it, man. I'm kind of in the gold camp here too.
Yeah. So I've got a gold microcrystalline wax or a gold embellishing wax. So now you got
embellishing. I'm a meaning embellishing. Now let's just think about that. The grain's all been raised, right?
Yep.
I still think embellishing. Embellishing or microcrystalline, folks? Yeah, gold's a winner, mate. But what gold? Embellishing or microcrystalline? This is where we sort people out, understanding the difference. Crystalline, says Jay.
There we go. Right, okay. Well, let's get some
This says embellishing.
Let's get some tissue paper on the lathe to protect it a little bit. The last thing I want is a red lathe.
Embellishing. So far, embellishing's winning.
Okay. Right, so cherry red, yeah?
Gold was the colour. Gold was wax, is what they want. Oh, sorry, stain. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Stain, yeah, cherry red.
Sir.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty much a landslide for embellishing. And
okay.
I've got to admit, I'm in the embellishing camp too.
Do you want me to change the camera so you can...
Ooh, yes, please. Yes, please.
Right, down cam. There we go. Right, let's have a look. What we got? Crimson red. No, that's not what I want.
There is the odd moment when you're breathing into that mic. I'm not going to lie. It has a sort of certain sort of phone call sound to it.
I should charge you £1.50 a minute then.
I should definitely be getting charged for this.
Yeah.
Actually, thinking about it, you make the noises at me. I should be charging you. Wayne the Woodturner has said, "Good start, mate."
Thank you very much, Wayne. Right, so let's turn that down and turn that on. Turn it on.
I have no idea to go with it after that. Don't know the lyrics.
So you can see this one, so the cherry red is a little bit darker.
Mark, the gentleman Woodturner, is saying practice piece. So there's a super chat from him.
Thank you very much. Much appreciated. So yeah, if you after today, if you give it a couple of days or so, keep an eye on my Instagram. I'll put a post up and I'll give this piece away.
Remember, folks, Jamie will also post them in the community section of his channel, so you'll be able to see them there. So even if you don't follow on Instagram, you'll still be able to see the finished piece on YouTube.
I'll post it on my Facebook page. I'll put a picture of the finished piece up today on my Instagram as well. But I'll put I can't even talk today. A specific post up. I was wondering why it weren't going in the green then, but I realise it's lumpy. So I'll put a specific post up. You'll know when it's the giveaway. So yeah.
Terry from
I will
Turning
post pictures.
is saying he's gonna put the earphone on his wife so she can get the full effect of the breathing.
You're gonna borrow my voice. Then I think let's put some down there. There we go. Let's speed this up a bit and draw it off.
Lewis Corndike's Craftsman saying worldwide? Question mark? Not sure.
Yeah, I'll do it worldwide. I can't guarantee it to get there. I mean, our postal service at the moment is a bit
busy.
Well, I want to. Yeah, I was going to. Oh, I can't say what I was going to say because it's a
you can't
family-friendly show, but not very good. Let's stick with
busy.
that.
Busy because everything's getting delivered.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I'll do it worldwide, and
Jamie
I'll do it. I'll do it
random.
I'll do it random
anywhere
well.
worldwide.
I'll do it random as well. I'll do like a little video thing, so that means everyone gets a chance then. Right, so we've got that on. Right, so let's go with run through the waxes that we've got. Right, so do you actually want to see them? Oh, did you pick between gold and gold? I can't remember. Was it gold or gold embellishing wax or gold microcrystalline, or did you want to know what everything that I've got?
Embellishing, mate, and they want gold.
Oh, they want embellishing gold, yep. Yeah. Okay. There you go. So this embellishing wax comes from Hampshire Sheen, or Martin Saban Smith. I forget the name of it. Is it the Woodturning store? Is that the name of his new shop?
The Wood Shop, I think it is. I'll just tell you. Give me 1 second.
It's him and Les Thorne, if I'm not mistaken. Right, so let's turn that down.
It's the Woodturning shop.
Thank you.
I'll just chuck a link in.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah. So he does a whole different range of colours.
Folks, there's a link to Martin and Les Thorne's shop. Good gear. I bought a bunch of embellishing wax off them the other day. Fast service, good prices. Four King Owls has said, "Hi Colin, you're very late. You're last, not first."
Yeah, there you go. Right,
CG Hobby says, question, what brand of dye and wax are you using?
So I was using Crimson Guitar Spirit Stains.
Mr. Stuart Farini's in.
Hello, Stuart. We'll have to get you doing one of these craft festivals, Stuart, if you're up to it. A lot of people can pick up some of your colouring tips, hints and tips. I know I certainly could. The man's a colouring wizard.
So based on
Right.
the idea that I've seen Stuart live, the following comment is meant for comedy effect. You mean he's got a whole batch of pencils and a number of colouring books?
And airbrushes.
And airbrushes. Jolly good.
Right.
And Mr. Farini says he'd love to, Jamie.
Excellent. I think I've got you on Facebook, Stuart, so I'll shoot you a message or something. So there we go. Can you see that? What one were we looking at? Down cam? Yeah.
Down cam?
Right, so can you see that?
I think we can. It's pretty good. We should switch camera to the
Yeah,
tailstock,
I'm going
though.
to switch
so.
camera and have a
Go
quick
on.
look. So that'll be the middle one. Right, there we go. You should be able to see a bit better now. Right, can you see
Look at
that
that.
now? Well, what I'll do is when I take it off the chuck, I'll bring it up close anyway, so which I'm just about to do now.
Oh,
Oh.
how handy. And Mr. Paul Lockwood says that would be a challenge for Stuart. How many colours can he put on a piece in an hour and finish?
Very true. Very,
Hydro
very
dipping.
true.
There's your solution.
Hydro dip.
It's just an idea.
That's one way of taking
Nice.
the chuck off.
Oh,
This is going to be fun. I think I put too many, what do you call it?
Mr. Chris Cox is in the channel. And Mr. Farini says, I'll take that challenge, Mr. Paul.
There you go.
I've remembered the Mr. again from the start. I forgot all about it for a while.
Who remembers that time when Martin done all that, spent hours and days finishing a bowl and then all of a sudden dropped it on the bed? Oh, I felt for that man. Felt really sorry for him. So, right, let's bring this up to the camera.
Did he have to raise a case against you?
You had to refinish it. So there you go. That's what it's looking like. Can you see it properly now?
Yes, mate. Can indeed.
So there you go. That's what it's looking like at the moment. Right, I've just put the chuck key away, and I needed it. So that's not good. So let's take that down, or out, shall I say?
So when you were feeling for Martin, did you get into trouble by any law enforcement? I mean, was it consensual you reached out?
No, luckily I was too fast. That's when I was thin. You're not going to believe this.
What's that?
I've got to remount it.
Oh,
I didn't make the whatchamacallit big enough.
Where's your thingy? Where's your thingy? You've got a gauge. You've got a gauge.
I know.
How much
obviously,
of a thingy?
I obviously marked the wrong one, and this is why I get the easy wood chuck, because you can do that.
Is this just to demo it? Are you just demoing it? This was all staged.
Maybe just a little bit, but it is a beauty. It is a thing of beauty.
I know when I bought mine, I went from having a whale of a time, with the SC4 after the SK100, but it kind of just means you need one chuck. I didn't need my Longworth. I didn't need any of that. You could just swap the jaws in and out really quickly. Made it a bit of fun. Think of it as you're polishing the bowl with those lovely gloves.
Yeah, there is that.
Mr. Lockwood, out in the chat, simply has one word. He simply says, Ash, ?
Yes, Paul, yeah, it is. Right, so let's get that taken off. And actually, it's kind of handy that it's happened now, because I can put my branding line in the bottom of it.
Uh-oh.
Right, where's my face shield? Can't turn that without my face shield on.
You are 25 to the hour, sir.
Oh, plenty of time. Enough time to turn another one at the end as well. So,
you need to take a lesson from the Wood Jedi himself, Mr. Wayne Clasper, and take longer than you actually need to. So you can pace
I should do, yeah.
Face the thing.
Right, I don't need them gloves for the time being.
Mr. Steve Cavell is in the chat.
Hello, Steve.
Mr. Lewis, the Klondike Craftsman, says, this has to be the most avoidable thing ever, yet we all do it.
Yeah. Big time. It's not the first time I've done it, I know that.
For now.
For now. Let's do that undercut again. Have I still got you on tailstock, Cam? Yeah, I have.
You have indeed. Trim, triminy, triminy, trim, Faru. This song's a bit crap, but I'm singing it for you. There we go. Look at that. Get a job with Disney. Get a job with Disney.
You could, mate. You could. Please don't know.
Who was it we used to call the? What was it we used to? Who was it we used to call the something Dick Van Dyke? I forget now.
I don't know.
I want to say it was Scott the Blue Light Turner. At one stage.
No, I think that's just Dick. No, he's a blue light tumbler, isn't he? Because he fell over. I don't know who it was. Because it's someone that done a kept doing accents, wasn't it?
It wasn't me then.
No, it wasn't me.
Do Scottish.
Wasn't me. It wasn't me. Who said that? Who famously said that? It wasn't me. When it's Shaggy or something like that in that song.
Wasn't me. Nobody saw me do it. You can't prove anything. I wasn't there at the time. It didn't happen.
Right, here we go. There's a bit of dust on there now. I should have lacquered it. I'll wipe that off later and then lacquer it. Before I send it off. Right, hopefully I don't have to remount it this time.
Following my singing, you've lost 100 watchers. No, I'm only kidding.
Rightio. Let's get that.
Mr. Jup Ton says, you can sing in that accent all you like, bruv. Mr. SK Crafts is having a bit of a laugh.
You're kidding me. What the hell is going on? I know what's happened.
What's that?
It's because I've done the... I've marked it for the mortise and not the tenon. Or I marked the wrong one. Sorry, people. I marked
young Wayne is giggling too. Mr. Steve says it wasn't Baz.
I did have some calipers about somewhere.
Mr. Jean-Claude, he was far more, I believe, the Kentish Han Solo. Amy says it was Shaggy. That should be Mr. Amy says Shaggy. Mr. Emmett from Dead Rise Woodcrafts is in.
Hello, Emmett.
Mr. Mike the Midnight Joker says, he's only kidding, JP. It's 200 you've lost because of my singing.
Right, so I'm going to take off a lot more than what I need to now, just to be on the safe side. Because I don't want to have to mount this again.
Plenty of time, Jamie. 20 to the hour.
Good. Right.
Mr. Emmett says, how are you, JP? And Mr. Dale?
I'm good, mate. I'm good.
You're not deserving of the mister. You notice that? Emmett's got your number.
I know. Yeah, he knows, mate. He knows. He knows.
Mr. Paul Watwood says, no clippers, then just measure it. I think he might mean calipers, but that's okay.
My calipers have seemed to have disappeared, mate.
Where's your easy wood thingy?
That's a problem with. They're down here. That's what I'm about to look for now, just to quickly double check. So that one there was the one that I marked, and that was where you grab it. So that one there was the one I should have marked.
Where do you get them?
Easy Wood gave me these ones. I'm not sure. I'll have to have a word with Chris and Doug and see if we can get them over here. I would assume they would have them on Amazon by now.
I haven't looked, to be honest.
It's a new product that they've only just come out with. So how long, I don't know. Maybe they were supposed to bring them to Maker Central or something like that. I don't know. But that's the right size now anyway. So
Mr. Amy is saying, Mr. Dale, please ask Mr. JP what finish he will use for this bowl.
I will use the Yorkshire Grits. And I will also use Woodwax 22 by Chestnut.
Mr. Jennifer Stroughton is in.
I could use an Australian product if you like.
Mr. CJ's Hobbies says, not a proper virtual craft festival unless we have fire mistakes.
There you go. There you go.
Who's going to set fire to the laptop? That's the plan.
Do you know what? I'm kind of going to have to blame Andy Pugh for this. Because we done an episode on the podcast about live shows and things like that. And one of the questions he actually asked was, what would you do if something goes wrong? Do you just carry on and as if nothing's happened and all that kind of stuff? And well, there you go. You carry on. You don't let it affect your life. So yeah.
What was I going to say? One of the other things that's important to recognise is that the Easywood chuck is an imperial. So the smallest the jaws will close to measurement across is 2 inches. So some of the metric speed sizes are a little bit more challenging to use.
Yeah. So if I actually had I don't know if they do a smaller set of jaws, but if for argument's sake,
not for tenons.
Oh yeah, I've got the smaller set, but they're not for what do you call it. So if I did it, I could have changed them jaws within seconds. So right, let's just get this straight on. Right,
you're at 10:43, young Mr. Page.
Thank you, sir. Right,
folks, so make sure you get ready for the ever lovely Robbo Robertson's live immediately after this. I'm just going to drop a link in the chat so you guys can get all teed up, ready. He's about 15 minutes away. Man's amazing, fantastic turner, unique personality. Check him out. He's a good guy.
The man's a legend.
Mr. Lewis, the Klondike craftsman, says, "Are they straight jaws or dovetail?"
These ones are dovetails.
Mr. Mark, the dude from Beard, says, "Hi, Pete."
Hello, Mark.
And Mr. Pete Twisted Trees is in.
Hello, Pete.
He tells us he's not typing much. He has orders to fill.
Oh.
He's got us on for company. And you must be hard up. You have an ever lovely 55 people watching, Jimmy.
Nice.
Mr. Lockwood goes on to say, so a visit from Wayne didn't get JP off those scrapers and onto proper tools then? Lol. Oh.
These are proper tools.
Hashtag traditional carbide.
Hashtag traditional carbide.
Mr. Robert Lapsley's in the chat.
Hello, Robert.
Mr. Lockwood, when Mr. Wayne visited, Wayne's singular mission while there was to make the Robert Sorbet sharpening system, the Pro Edge, I've forgotten, the Pro Edge work and run true. He succeeded in this mission after many minutes of swearing as only a wood Jedi can.
Yeah, it's the first time I've ever seen a Pro Edge nearly go out of a window.
Mr. Andy Berkey's in the chat.
Hello, Berkey. So this here is the #1 Pro hollower. So if I kind of go and stand back a little bit, you'll be able to see the difference in size. So there we go.
You're compensating for something. You're totally compensating.
So there you go. That's the
totally
Pro size #1 hollower.
Mr. Lewis, the Klondike Craftsman, says, "Don't spray shavings into my coffee."
I can't promise anything, Lewis. Sorry.
Mr. Andy Berkey goes on to say, "Why is JP turning at 4:45 a.m.? Seems a bit sketchy."
Can't answer that, Berkey. I'm claiming insanity.
Well, there's every evidence to support that.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Wayne Bigfoot Woodcraft, Mr. Wayne from Bigfoot Woodcraft says, "No, Paul, but Wayne now uses carbides. Lol." I'm going to hide. Take cover.
That's a
Mr. Paul Lockwood says, "That's what you get for belt sanders." I think Mr. Lockwood's a Tormek user. Mr. Berkey says, "Solid defense."
Also known as a hater.
Mr. Ray Whitby says, "Is swearing a necessary part of life for a woodturner?" I think so, Ray. I think you get a special book once you do some training. You know, the RPT or whoever you get your training from will give you a small book that says, "These are the swear words you need to learn to say with passion." You know, The very first pages kind of break in gently with bother and damn it. And the very last pages go into the hardcore stuff like botheration. What did you think I was going? Botheration.
and then you meet Andy Berkey and it goes to,
He takes it to 11. And Mr. Wayne the Woodturner, Paul, I did sharpen his gouges though. Mr. Paul, Mr. Lewis, the Klondike Craftsman says, "I have a Pro hollower in 34 days. Yay! I will have. Nice. My apologies." Young Mr. Robert Hodgepodge Woodcraft says, "He's here. It's 4:45 a.m. Mr. Dennis Beanish says, "It's not real morning coffee if it doesn't have wood shavings in it." Mr. Hodge goes on to say, "You should feel very special, JP."
Oh, yeah?
I think you might have pulled.
Maybe.
Mr. Ray says, "I've got a lot more to learn then," says Ray. I missed the start of this one, But Mr. Collingwood Wizard says,
Yeah,
I'll have a
Paul.
small one
Yeah,
then.
Paul, just for you, all right.
Mr.
There you go.
Falconero says, hi, Hodge. Did you let Harry sleep in? Hodge
Yeah,
says,
Paul, just
hi,
for you,
Terry.
all right. I use traditional tools.
Oh, there you are. Mr. Andy Heath says, it's not essential to swear, but it does help. Mr. Andy Burkey goes on to say, true, true. Mr. Jump Tunswood says, crikey, wouldn't want to have to take language lessons from us Aussies then.
I know, they use swearing as a term of endearment. I've met my brother-in-law.
I'm a fan of the Aussie way of speaking. I worked for an Australian company for a few years, and management meetings were singularly unique. First company where a senior member of staff says, "Do you like a drink, mate?" during the interview processes. This is a true fact. Mr. Robert Hodgepodge Woodcraft says, he just went to bed, FKO, late night, partying as usual.
Night.
Mr. Paul Lockwood says,
what's the time, mate?
You are 10:51.
Okay, 9 minutes. I have to quickly rush it. I'll get it. Go on, mate.
I was going to say, power sand it?
I'll get most of it done now, and I'll finish it. If it's not done finished properly, then I'll do it off camera. But it should be done.
Mr. Paul Lockwood goes on to say, I suppose the next visit from Wayne in a year, he won't have to sharpen many of the tools. Lol. I must confess, I'm a fan of the Easywood tools. I quite like them.
And me. I wouldn't use them otherwise. I think they're awesome.
I've got quite a few.
And it's hard using the tools when you ain't had no lessons. That's why I haven't done it. That's why I haven't done it. So I've had, in actual fact, to be honest with you, I've kind of been self-teaching myself the traditional tools. I've done all right, if I'm honest. Done a couple of goblets, a couple of bowls. So just never put a video out because I'm not going to put out something and teach someone. No, I'm not. It's not that. It says people watch my videos and they may see me doing something and may see it as the right way when it's clearly not. And I don't want that someone to look at something and then possibly get hurt from it.
Couple of bits up next. Mr. Robert from Hodgepodge says, well, lucky for us, we have an Aussie up next to give us language lessons.
Yeah, there you go.
Mr. Jupp says, Hodge, I'm going to see Robbo in a couple of weeks for lessons. Looking forward to meeting a few other guys from the FB group. Mr. Andy Burkey says, question. Mr. Andy Burkey's got a question for you. I feel this is important. When will you make the Milliput Senior pop-out of the grain?
I've done that in 2017, Andy. You've got that sitting on your bench, mate. Right, so you're going to have some sanding sealer from Chestnut. Cellulose sanding sealer, this is. I would normally...
Speaking of Robbo, here's the link to Robbo's live in the next few minutes. Go check him out. Talented man. Fantastic personality. A lot of fun. Check him out.
Right, so time for some Yorkshire grip. So I would normally wait for the sanding sealer to dry off, but I don't think we've got enough time for that.
Mr. Burkey responds, oh yeah.
There's a Seymour popping out on my leg as well. So
Mr. Amy says, haven't heard anything ever before. Mr. Oh, there's an entire conversation running back and forward in there about lessons from Mr. Robbo. You're at 10:55, Mr. Page.
Perfect.
Mr. Amy goes on to say she hasn't turned anything ever before. Lol.
Right, so there's that. Now let's get a bit of get the old Woodwax 22 on there.
Oh.
So I'm going to put some of that on the back as well.
Folks, as we come up to the top of the hour, and while Jamie's running off the last of that wax, let me give you a quick rundown for today. Today, the running order then is we obviously have the one and only Mr. Jamie Page here between 10 and 11. His show's about to come to an end. Next up, we've got the one and only Robbo Robertson. He's on at 11. I'll repost the link in a session. After that, we have the one and only Richard Morley from Brain Fizz. He'll be doing an outstanding talk around various tools, particularly the router. We have a fat Scottish guy called Dale Kirkwood on between 1 and 2. We have the one and only Wood Jedi himself, Mr. Wayne Clasper. Between 2 and 3, we have the singularly unique and very talented Heidi Jacobs. Between 2 and 3, we have the outstandingly funny and entertaining Annikas Kostas between 4 and 5, Dan Rees between 5 and 6, the very talented Scott Hampton between 6 and 7, the extraordinarily funny Cameron Porter between 7 and 8. We have the one and only Blue Light on himself, Mr. Scot Grant. We have the talented carver extraordinaire Andi Heal between 9 and 10 GMT. Moving on from there, we have the one and only Villy who'll be making his rings. One worth watching. We have Brandon between 12 and 1, and the one and only Mr. Carl Jacobson himself between 1 and 2. Please, please, please check them out.
And so everybody, we're back at the laptop. So here's the bowl that we've made today. So there you go, lovely piece of ash. As you can see, there's the bottom. I've put my branding iron in there, so people know that I made it, basically. But yeah, another good choice in colours there, everybody. So let's see if we can get that close up to the camera. So there you go, red with a bit of gold in there. Lovely, lovely. So yeah, another good choice.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, very, very nice. Yeah, you guys did very, very well. So as Dale said, got Robbo coming up next. So yeah, be sure to go and check him out. Make sure you give a lot of love to everybody that's coming up. Make sure you subscribe to all their channels and all that good stuff. Thank you everybody for supporting the Virtual Craft Festival, and yeah, me and Carl will keep them coming. Big thanks to Dale for helping us out with the
Pleasure as
website,
always, sir.
and all that good stuff. So yeah, definitely make sure you check out Dale as well later on. And I guess until later on,
go check out our man Robbo.
Yeah, I'll be appearing in everybody's lives until later on. So head on over to Robbo, and I'll see you there. So thanks again, everybody, and don't forget I'll be giving away the bowl over on Instagram. So keep an eye out on that. It's JP_Woodwork. Link in the description. All right. Take it easy, everybody. Bye bye.